So with Bitcoin dropping 8 to 10% today from about 65,000 to as low at one point as $58,000, people are wondering when and even if Bitcoin will hit $100,000. So let's go ahead and discuss that in this video. But just before we do that, if you guys could take 1 second to scroll down and drop a like on this video, it would really mean a lot to me, helps push this channel out to more people. And yes, for this video and maybe this video only, I do have a mustache. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Bitcoin chart here, which I referenced in the start of the video. So you can see we had a high today of $64,661 and a low all the way down at $58,641. So pretty much a 10% drop there at its highest, but you can see we've had a bit of a bounce back and now we are above that $60,000 level. When I opened my own portfolio this morning, there was a lot of red in there. You could see minus 10, minus 12, minus 7% across the board, but it started to crawl back a little bit. Now, of course, if you're not new to crypto, this will be nothing out of the ordinary. This happens in cryptocurrency, lots of volatile swings. So you have to be able to wake up on days like today and just see minus 10, minus 15% in your portfolio and be okay with that. And if you're not okay with that, you probably have too much money invested. Corrections like this are very healthy for the price of Bitcoin, and I definitely do not think that we are at the end of the bull run. It's hard for things to just constantly go up and up and up without having some sort of pullback along the way, so it's completely healthy for the Bitcoin price. We can see that Bitcoin has a bit of a strong support around the $56,000 to $58,000 level, so we may see it go back up to 62, we may see it come back down to 58, but I personally wouldn't expect to see it go much lower than 58,000 in the next couple of months. In fact, if you look at this chart here from our previous bull cycle, you can see that there's often a sharp spike before we go on a parabolic run and have a bit of a blow off top, and that's exactly what I think is happening here. Now, of course, I'm no expert, especially when it comes to cryptocurrency. There's not too many out there, so it's pretty much anyone's best guess what will happen, but it definitely seems to be following a similar trend to the previous bull run. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, why did this happen? Why did we get such a big crash? And often there isn't really an answer. Sometimes there's some articles that come out, China banning Bitcoin, for example, but today there was nothing really noteworthy that caused Bitcoin to crash. These things just happen in cryptocurrency. It potentially could have been some whales taking out some profit along the way up, or maybe some market manipulation in order to get a better buy price for them before we go into this final leg of the bull run. But as I said, things cannot go up forever, so it's healthy to have a bit of a pullback, and maybe some of you are waiting to get in below that $60,000 level, and today might have been that opportunity. If you're familiar with cryptocurrency, I'm sure you may have heard of the guy I'm about to mention now, and his name is Plan B, over on Twitter at 100 trillion USD. And this is somebody I follow who is actually anonymous, never reveals his name, but often goes on podcasts and things and just speaks without a camera essentially. And this guy, as far as experts go, I would say he is probably the expert in the cryptocurrency space. So he has 1.5 million followers, so a lot of people definitely share the same idea as me there, that this guy knows what he's talking about. But essentially, he is the one that came up with the stock to flow model for Bitcoin. And without getting into the exact specifics of how the stock to flow model works, essentially it is a chart that predicts the price of Bitcoin based on a number of factors. And so far it's been pretty accurate. I believe the ending price for October in the stock to flow model was 64,000 and it finished up around 62,000, but then in the first 1 or 2 days of November actually got to the $64,000 level. And as you can see here from one of Plan B's latest tweets, his stock to flow model predicts $98,000 Bitcoin by the end of November. Now, as I said, this may not be accurate to the exact day, but if it doesn't hit it in November, maybe in the next few days we would expect to see it hit 98,000 in December. And as I said, so far it's been pretty much bang on, so if for some reason Bitcoin does not reach 98,000 in December or the early days of December, this would kind of invalidate the stock to flow model, which has been right up till now, but I'm betting that it will not be invalidated and it will be right. And then from there you can also see that the stock to flow model predicts $135,000 Bitcoin by the end of December. So with all that in mind and going off the stock to flow model, we could expect to see a $100,000 Bitcoin by about the 15th of December. And if I were to say what is the likelihood of this happening, I would say very likely. I would say probably 80% likely that we will see that around the 2nd or 3rd week of December. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor, and as I said, there's very few, if any, crypto experts around, so make sure you do all your own research and come up with your own decisions. Don't just believe what anybody says off the internet, and definitely don't invest any money that you're not willing to lose into cryptocurrency. But anyway guys, I'd love to know down in the comment section below when you guys think Bitcoin will hit $100,000, or if ever. And if you're new around here, make sure you do subscribe to the channel as well. We're closing in on 5,000 subscribers, trying to get as close to it by the end of the year as we possibly can. So if you want to share this channel with any friends that you think might be interested in this content, that would really mean a lot as well. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in another video.